Today, we're diving into something that every single one of us does, shopping. But just think about it for a second. The whole experience, from walking through a crowded local market to just scrolling on your phone, has completely changed. So let's kick things off with a question just for you. Seriously, pause and think about it. Do you shop the same way you did even 5, maybe 10 years ago? My guess is probably not. First up, let's talk about this huge transformation. It feels like overnight our shopping world went from the local high street to a global marketplace that fits in our pocket. And really, what's the single biggest change? There's no doubt about it, right? It's the absolute explosion of online shopping. That ability to buy pretty much anything from anywhere in the world at any time of day, well, it's been a total game changer. But what's really going on behind the scenes? What's pushing us to shop this way? It's not just one thing, you know? There are a bunch of powerful forces shaping why and how we decide to hit that Buy Now button. And it really boils down to these key things. You've got technology, our smartphones, and all those apps, making it incredibly easy. Then there are social trends, what influencers are pushing or what the online reviews say. Of course, our incomes, that's the budget, and our busy lifestyles. Well, they make us crave anything that's convenient, fast, or healthy. Okay, next up, let's look at the actual places, the where. Every single place we shop, from a huge supermarket to a tiny corner store, gives us a completely different set of pros and cons. And this table just lays it all out so perfectly. It's all about the trade-offs, isn't it? At a traditional market, you get that personal feel, maybe some fresh produce, and hey, you might even be able to bargain. The supermarket is your classic one-stop shop for everything. And the convenience store? Well, that's all about speed and ease, but you'll probably pay a bit more for it. So this brings us to the main event, the real heavyweight championship of modern shopping. The good old-fashioned store versus the endless digital shelf. Now, just so we're all on the same page, when we say physical market, we mean any real brick-and-mortar place you can literally walk into and browse around. And the virtual market is its digital twin. It's any website or app on your phone where your shopping cart is just an icon, not a metal basket on wheels. And here we have the classic dilemma we all face. Going to a real store means you can see and touch what you're buying, and you get it right away, instant gratification. But shopping online offers unbelievable convenience and a selection that no physical store could ever match. The downside? You have to wait for it to arrive, and you can't be 100% sure you'll like it until it does. So with these giant online companies and massive supermarkets on every corner, you have to wonder, what's going to happen to the small local market? Do they even stand a chance? And this is a really big deal. I mean, the answer could actually change the way our towns and cities feel. So are they doomed to disappear? Or will they find a way to survive? When you look at both sides, you see a real tug of war. The big argument for survival is that they offer something the internet just can't. A unique experience, a connection to the community, and fresh local stuff. But the argument against them is powerful too. They struggle to compete on price, they aren't as convenient, and let's be honest, younger generations are just wired to shop online. Okay, now for the fun part. Let's pull back the curtain and look at all the psychological tricks that are designed to get us to spend our money. I mean, think about it. We are bombarded with ads every single day, on our phones, on TV, everywhere. But how do they actually worm their way into our brains and influence our choices? Well, it's a pretty clever mix of tricks. Ads are masters at creating a feeling that you need something you didn't even know existed a minute ago. They do this by connecting their product to feelings we all want, like happiness or success. They use something called social proof, basically showing us how popular something is. And they just repeat their brand name over and over until it feels familiar, and we start to trust it. And what about that big, bright red sales sign? Or that coupon that magically appears in your inbox? It feels great, right? Like you're winning. But are you really saving money in the long run? So let's be clear. A coupon is just a voucher for a lower price. But its real job, its secret mission, is to get you to buy something that you probably weren't planning to buy in the first place. It's a little psychological push. And here's the kicker. While that coupon saves you money on that one item, it also tempts you to fill your cart with other stuff just because it's on sale. And as you can see here, those unplanned deals can end up taking a huge bite out of your overall budget without you even realizing it. All right, for our last section, let's talk about a stereotype I'm sure you've heard before. This idea about who is naturally better at shopping. Yeah, that one. We've all heard it, right? In movies, in jokes, maybe even in our own families. But is there any real truth to it? Or is it just an old-fashioned idea that's stuck around for way too long? The truth is, it's way more complicated than that. Being good at finding a deal or a bargaining really just comes down to the individual. It's about your personality, your practice, your interests. It has nothing to do with gender. It's more of a stereotype that comes from old social roles than any kind of reality. And so, that brings us to our final thought. In a world where shopping is instant, online, and full of incredibly clever ads, the very idea of what it means to be a smart shopper is changing. So I'll leave you with this to think about. What does being a smart shopper mean to you?
Topicmaster is topic discussion that helps you master English speaking online. Join us!